My name is Jamie Wood, and I will be going over a lesson plan for a 7th grade math lesson. And the date that this was prepared was 7/13/2016. We will be going over the Common Core standards, starting with the AR Math Content 7 EEA1 under the heading of Expressions and Equations. That will be applying properties of operations as strategies to add, subtract, expand, and factor linear expressions with rational coefficients. We will also be using the standard CCSS ELA Literacy R174 for English Language Arts under the Craft and Structure, which will be determining the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in a text, including figurative, connotative, and technical meanings. Analyze the impact of a specific word choice on meaning and tone. And my objectives for the student learning during this lesson will be that the learner will be able to simplify linear expressions by applying properties of operations with the rational coefficients, and the learner will also be able to determine meaning of and analyze words, phrases used in a text, and learn to apply that to understanding the math terminology. I have chosen these objectives because it is part of the Arkansas State Standards for this level of mathematics, along with the students will be learning to apply the properties of operations, which will build on the concepts they have previously learned and expand on higher level math that they will learn in our future units. And so learning to determine the meaning of words is crucial in all subjects, and this will be a standard that will help us see that in math. And so being able to analyze the meaning and impact of specific words can help further the understanding and knowledge for students to use in education and also further on in life. Okay, so how I will group the students for instructions. We will start with a whole group atmosphere, and I will introduce the standard and the curriculum and instruct on the problems. And after a period of instruction, students will sit in a group with classmates, about 3 to 4, depending on the size of my class, to work on activities and practice problems. Groups will consist of students with different understanding of the information in order to help one another grasp the material, feed off of one another, and take some ownership. We will end in a whole group to review and do some practice. I have chosen this grouping because students often learn better when given responsibility to work in groups. I want to present the information in a whole group to model the information and to make sure they understand the application of the content and the terminology. In small groups, students at different learning levels can learn from one another and grow in their own understandings while they're learning from one another. They can work in teams and exhibit healthy competition through mathematics activities. And so our third section will be my methods and instructional strategies. The teaching method I will use for this particular lesson will be the whole group, where I will, as the teacher, will model the new information, building on what we've previously learned in units, so that we can move forward in our learning of equations. Cooperative learning, which will just be some teamwork, some group work that they will do, which will lead into some activities that I have planned that will help the groups work together to better their understanding, and then some practice problems and formative assessment to review at the end of the lesson. And I've chosen these methods so students have the opportunity to develop for themselves the meaning of solving equations by applying the properties to simplify the equations. Students will be able to grasp the information and take ownership of their learning if they collaborate with their group to solve for the correct answers and present their findings to me and other classmates. Activities make learning fun, so I think that's a big reason I choose it, because I want students to be able to feel like they're having a good time while they're learning, if at all possible. And finally, practice problems allow students and teachers an opportunity to assess their level of understanding the material. That is sections 1 through 3 for this lesson plan.